guys, it's a bright and fabulous spring day here. Backyard is in a bit of a mess right now, and the leaves aren't on the trees yet. But I just wanted to show you guys how close I actually do live to the ocean. That body of water that you see just beyond those treetops there, that is the Atlantic Ocean. So yes, I am as far east as you can go without falling into the Atlantic Ocean. Anyway, I'm going to do my WIP update, and I'm going to do my Stitchy spot tag. So come along with me and we'll get right to it. Hey everybody, it's Pam here. So I'm back to do my April WIP update and my Stitchy spot tag. I thought I'd combine them all together in the one video. So April month was kind of productive for me. I have a finish. So excited. I have a finish, and I made some pretty good progress on one of my WIPs. The other WIP kind of suffered a bit because I was trying to finish the pattern that I was working on. And I was also training another person in at work this month, so downtime that I would normally have at work late at night that I use for stitching, I couldn't use for stitching because I had to babysit this other coworker. But anyway, that's all good, and the training went well and all that's sort of done. So let me get to my WIP updates. So the first WIP that I had that was getting close to being completed was the Precious Moments family tree. I did manage to get that one done. Hallelujah. That was a WIP that had turned into a UFO, and then my best friend had a baby last year in September, or I should say this past September. And so I decided to pull that back out and start working on it again, and now it is finished. So I will insert a picture of what it looked like when you last saw it. And now it still has to be washed, and it still has to be ironed and that sort of thing, but it is done. So that's it. Dun, dun, dun. It keeps going and going and going. There. So the only thing I have left to do with this one is stitch in the names in all those spaces on the tree. And I have the names now. I got them from my friend, but she has no idea that I've done this for the baby. But I do have the names, so now it's just a matter of me stitching those in. I think I'm going to wash it and iron it first, and then just stitch the names in before I get it framed. So that's going to be a present for little baby Roisin. The second WIP that I had was my Record Girls. It was a pattern that I did myself on Pick to Pat, and I have to say I'm starting to see some progress on that WIP, and I can see it's starting to finally look like something to me, because first I was just working on a bit of background and that was the only thing that was there, and I was kind of nervous about how the colors were going to come together, but it seems like I can see something coming. I can see something emerging now, so that's really exciting. I'll put a picture of this one in, of where you saw it last month. Okay, and it's still on my frame, on my Q-snap, but this is where it is now. So the colors, I'm really liking these colors, I have to say. It's much more vibrant than the original picture. And this is actually the girl's hair starting to come down here. One of the girls is a brunette, and the second one is a blonde. But this is the brunette's head, and some of the reflection of the background color on the, I guess, the shiny part of her hair. And I can actually show you what the picture looks like because I have the picture here. The actual original photo or picture. Hang on. So this is the original picture. This hung in my bedroom when I was a child. And this is the picture that I'm doing. So this is the brunette. Now as you can see, the colors that I have in my WIP are much more vibrant. But this thing is like 40 years old and it's so faded by the sun, you know, the colors are gone. So I actually found a picture of it online with the proper colors, and that's what I used to make the pattern. So I have to say, yeah, I'm really liking how this is starting to come out. It's so vibrant. So that's that WIP. My last WIP is called Wind Woman. It's a pattern by Deborah Colburn, and it's an older pattern. I've had it for years. And this is the one that I take back and forth to me at work. So I didn't get a whole lot done on it this month. Like I said, I was training someone in, and you know, my downtime just wasn't my downtime anymore, but I did get some progress done. So I'll insert a picture of what it looked like before, which was basically not much. It looked like a black, I don't know, few strands of something. And this is what it looks like now. So now I'm finally starting to make out the shape of her head, her hair, and her face. So I just started some of the skin tone. And it's going pretty good. But like I say, I didn't have a whole lot of time to stitch on this month. But I'm only stitching on this at work anyway. It's not a WIP that's in my regular, you know, day-to-day routine. So that all being said, that's where my current WIPs are. With the Precious Moments one being finished, I now need a new WIP to put in its place. And I was on two minds as to what I was going to do. I've got a couple of patterns that I really want to do, and I have them lined up to start over the next couple of months. But my dad is turning 70 this year. So I thought it would be really great to do a print of his boat. He built a boat a few years ago when he retired, because we live, you know, right on the ocean, and it's like a cabin cruiser type boat, and he built one himself right from scratch. So I decided that I would probably do a print of his boat to give him for his birthday. And then I decided, why would I do a print when I could just do a pattern and stitch it for him, which I know he'd love. So, and I did a pattern for my mother a few years ago, and so I thought it would be nice to do one for my dad. So I can't show you a picture of the pattern because it's actually, I used the same program. I used Pick to Pat, and I took a photograph of his boat, and then I just converted it into a cross-stitch pattern. But it's on my iPad, which is what I'm filming on, so I can't actually show you a picture of it. So I'll insert a picture, and so you can see that. And what I did today was I did go out and I purchased the material to do it. So I just picked up some standard 16 count Aida, and that's what I'm going to do that on. And hopefully that's going to turn out really nice. His birthday is not until December. He's a Christmas baby. So I've got lots of time to stitch it, and I should be able to have it done by then. And I guess that's it for my WIPs. So that's the WIP I'm going to use to replace the Precious Moments one, is going to be my dad's. So I can alternate between that and the Record Girls, and then I still have my other one for carrying back and forth to work with me. Upcoming stuff. What else can I talk about? Let's see. May month. This is May, or you know, this is what the progress I've showed you is the progress I got done for April. So now it's going to be the start of May. And in May, there is a stitch along, a SAL, that I'm going to be participating in. So I will be starting the Clouds Factory Doctor Who pattern in May month. So that'll be a new start. That will probably be turned into a piece that I take back and forth to work with me. And I'll probably drop the Wind Woman one for a little while, only because that SAL, I want to get that one done for my nephew's birthday. Now his birthday is not until January, so I've got lots of time to do it. But the SAL starts in May, so I've kind of got to start it in May. Even though I don't like to have a lot of WIPs on the go at the one time. But if I'm going to participate in the SAL, then I'll start it in May. It may just get put away after that. I don't know. If not, I'll continue to work on that, and I'll put away my Wind Woman for a couple of months until I get the Clouds Factory pattern finished. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to show for WIPs. For a haul, I don't really have a haul. I bought some material at Michael's this time. Michael's is really the only place here that you can buy material. It's very limited selection, but I got a couple of tubes of material, which is basically just standard Aida cloth. I was going to get some even weave this time, but anyway, the section at Michael's is just pathetic, okay? Like, the even weave, I think they had one thing of even weave there, and it wasn't the right size that I wanted, and it wasn't the right color, and it was just a nightmare. So I'll probably end up ordering some fabric online or something. Because I do have a pattern that I am going to start for a SAL that's in August for Halloween. And the SAL is to start a pattern in August, but have it finished by October 31st. And I have a pattern picked out for that, which I purchased from, who did I purchase it from? I purchased it from, I have notes here, hang on. I purchased it from the Little Stitcher on Etsy. And it's called Arsenic and Old Lace. I think her name is actually on the pattern there, the Little Stitcher. So I did purchase this on Etsy from the maker of the pattern. And it's called Arsenic and Old Lace. And it's actually done on, I want to say like a golden brown toned linen, and they didn't have any at Michael's, so I have to try and get some for the SAL, but that's what I'm going to do for that. So that's going to be upcoming, but I'm not starting that now. I've got enough WIPs on the go at the moment, so that's it. But that's a great little pattern, and it looks fantastic. I can't wait to start it. And I know there's a couple of other people that are also doing that. Deneen is doing that pattern as well, and of course there goes my dog barking her head off. She's in the window, and of course my kids are getting home from school. So that's about it for now. I didn't really have anything else to add. I did have a couple of people ask me about my cross-stitch stand. I mentioned in my last video that my husband, hang on. So the last thing I'm going to add to the end of the video is just a couple pictures of my cross-stitch stand. They're updated photos. So I'll do the Stitchy spot tag first. And then at the end of that, you'll see a couple of photographs of my stand since it's been updated. And basically, I had purchased a new lamp to use for stitching. And I have it attached to my... cross-stitch stand, but the clamp that came with it, every time you'd go to use or move the lamp, the clamp would come loose, and it was just all wiggly, and anyway, it was frustrating and useless. So basically Darren went ahead and made another piece to attach and bolt onto my cross stitch frame. So now that's all set and it works fantastic, like it works awesome. So I'll attach a couple of pictures because some people asked me what it looked like now that he kind of MacGyvered it together for me. So I'm going to attach those pictures because I know specifically Nina, Stitching with a Smile, she asked me to do an updated version because my previous stand video does not show the new piece on the stand. Good morning, everyone. Today I thought I would do the show us your Stitchy spot tag. So you'll have to excuse the shaking of the camera because I'm using my iPad. This is my Stitchy spot upstairs in the house. It's located in our living room right next to the window, which is why I have all this glare on my camera. I usually sit on the end of the sofa, and that's my stand that my husband made, which I love because it's so adjustable. And my lamp with my magnifier, which I actually got recently. Wonder if I can, there you go. And if I come in here, because I stitched a couple different spaces in the house, I don't have anywhere dedicated, like set up. Usually on my table next to me I keep my phone and a spot for my coffee mug or my glass of water, what have you. Then my cross-stitch tin is here. Just let me see if I can show you. So this is my tin. Needle minder. I usually keep that on top there so I can throw my needles on top. That's where I keep my flosses for the current project I'm working on and my highlighters. And this booklet, although I won't show you, but this is what my charts are in that I'm currently working on because I'm old-fashioned that way. I like to print them off and then use the highlighter to highlight them. So I usually keep those next to me. And my view from my Stitchy spot would be my stand, of course, which I use Q-snaps with my stand. It has a groove built in where the Q-snap fits. And there's also magnets, so they stick. And my needles, they stick. And of course, I showed you all this before on my stand video, but when I need to get at the back of my work, this all just flips up and back. It's very difficult to do with the iPad in your hand. And so this is the rest of my living room, as you can see. And I have a view of my kitchen. Yeah, that's basically it. So that's my Stitchy spot upstairs. So anyway, there you go. Have a great week, have a great day, have a good Stitchy day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.